aka Indigo Scott, aka Trigger Ranking. So welcome to another volume of Freestyle Fanatics. Happy Memorial Day to everybody in the country. Um, y'all eat good, drink, be merry, and basically just spend time with your loved ones and have a good time today. Basically, I'm in here. Basically, freestyle fanatic. Y'all know how we do. We gonna get it. We gonna get into it. Gotta see what's going on, though. Gotta see what's going on. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to come in here, but let me see. I got so much stuff on my computer, man. Lord have mercy. All right, y'all. So this first one right here, we're gonna talk about. They say Pimp C had just the Star Snitch one. Y'all know I like Star Spill, Star Snitch. The Petty show is one of my favorite too. But we're gonna go to Star Snitch first today. So boom. Um, this first one we talking about. They that Pimp C had a actual S tape with the lady that's over the Beehive. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let them talk about it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so look, y'all, I ain't got premium, so y'all might hear some commercials
Monitors
here
in front of them.
whatever, so.
They will be the only ones that get to view that. The direct examination has begun already.
Things just hit maximum chaos in the courtroom. People are now asking the unthinkable. Did Jay-Z really silence Pimp C to cover up something about Beyonce?
You had mentioned Pimp C earlier. With that being said, did Pimp C really have a stick of somebody in the industry that would break the internet? You look like you done seen it, Marlon. Marlon seen it.
Tell him what it is, Marlon.
Tell them who it is. We still trying to find out who was in this Pimp C state.
All I can tell you, there was a famous R&B chick. There was a guy that was getting money at the time. And, Pimp, he used to be in the studio. And every now and then he had a camcorder, so he was able to get some footage. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to do something with the footage, but I don't know why he didn't do nothing with it, but if I could have got a hold of that tape, I'd be a billionaire, man. Hey, whoever was, they were the key of me, man. I know.
Boy, if that tape ever came out, that would mess a lot of people up. All these people running behind, that famous R&B singer. Hey, y'all hit the like button, man. Y'all hit that like button. I see a couple people in here. Y'all hit the like button, man. We about to freestyle this thing today.
TMZ would have paid a bank for that one, man. But yeah, it is.
Allegedly, a secret recording made by Pimp C himself is about to shake the entire industry. Court insiders say this tape could blow the lid off everything, from steamy hookups with Beyonce to dirty moves from both Jay and Diddy.
Good God.
And if what folks are whispering is true, that very tape could be the real reason why Pimp C ended up dead.
It is a tape, and if you read the comments, a lot of people figured out. A lot of people figured out because, people that was in Houston at the time, they know who was a little loose, as a Montana goose. You know what I mean? So, they also know who was having money at the time. So it's not really hard to figure out.
Word on the street is that the tape features Pimp and Bey together, possibly caught up in something way too risky for Jay-Z to let slide. Think about it. If your girl got caught on tape with a man like Pimp C and you're Jay-Z with all that power, you're not just sitting back watching it all unfold.
So if y'all think about it, Pimp C, y'all know where they found him, man. Found him in the hotel with the hotel gang, the hotel gang, bro. It's crazy. It's like, y'all know what it is. All these people are found unalived in a hotel. All of them. From Whitney Houston to Whitney Houston's daughter to the dad from Full house. I mean, all these people. The guy that used to dance on Ellen, the one that used to always be smiling and seem like he was the happiest guy on the planet. He left his house and went to the hotel, and they supposedly had unalived himself. That sounds like a joke to me. Really though. Sound like a joke to me. It sounds like some.
For years, fans been suspicious about what really went down in that hotel room. There were always whispers, but now, with the feds officially involved and ready to make moves, this case is about to get messy, fast. So what's really going on here? Could Jay-Z have made sure that tape stayed buried by any means? Is there actually truth behind the rumors that Pimp and Bey had a thing?
What was it a decent mistake, by the way?
Well, you know, we was sitting at his mama house, and I was showing him my movie that was yet to come out, Pimpology. And so he said, Ken, I got something to show you, man. So he seen it, and you know, me, you know, I'm saying, man, you don't be coming from the P world, you know, I ain't trying to see no.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I seen who it was, I'm like, damn, her? Man, she R&B, ain't she? You know what I'm saying? I said, him? I said, man, he married and he got a bank. You know what I'm saying? I said, I hope this don't get out. So it was more like that with me, so you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it wasn't no real life. They were just getting their freak on, you know what I'm saying?
In the studio.
In the studio. And Pimp just had a camcorder, he was in the booth.
All right, now get this. Reports say the feds are preparing to play the tape in court to link both Jay-Z and Beyonce to Diddy's madness. Pimp C himself and his friend Ken even hinted at the tape's existence in an old interview. So Pimpin' claimed the tape was so explosive, TMZ would have paid big bucks, no questions asked.
TMZ
That's how major this was.
$10 million
At first, Des played it cool. He acted like he didn't want to reveal too much out of respect.
What they call it? TMZ. They would have paid an arm and a leg. If I had it, I would be up there right now with the tape at TMZ dope, getting my check. For real, for real. Yeah, y'all just gonna have to. Y'all just gonna have to laugh at me because I'm gonna
For Pimp C's memory. But when the heat got turned up during the interview, he folded a little, admitting he did watch the tape with his own eyes, and when they kept pressing him, he started letting some details slip. Des dropped a big clue, saying the woman in the video was one of the biggest R&B stars in the world. She was in the studio while it was being recorded, but surprisingly, Pimp C himself wasn't in the actual footage.
Trained at the Berkeley, esteemed Berkeley College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough because she just started autograph.
Now pause right there. If you connect who Pimp C was close to back in those days and match that with the hint.
Jay-Z, they did a whole song together. The Big Pimpin', they did a song together. So it's possibly true. And then you got to think, they from Texas. Pimp C and Bun B from Texas. Pimp C and Bun B from Texas. Beyonce from Texas. So y'all put two and two together.
Des dropped, the pieces line up way too perfect. All signs point to Queen Bey. Yeah, that Queen Bey. Back then, people brushed it off like Des was just talking reckless. But now, with everything coming to light, fans are starting to realize he was dead serious the whole time. One fan even said something wild, claiming Bey's parents pimped her out for money, but hid behind church talk to cover it up. And now folks are saying maybe that same pattern just kept repeating.
None of us have ever really been this close to her as the full-fledged superstar that she is now. And I think this is during the scene with the chair. So it's like her and several other girls, and they all have these short skirts on or dresses, whatever, and they're all dancing seductively on the chair. They got a leg up on the chair, so you can kind of see the thigh and maybe a little bit of butt if you're staring hard enough. And Jay-Z calls and talks to one of her assistants. If I had to guess, it would be her cousin Angie that he would have talked to, because Angie has always been the right hand to Beyonce. And he's like, yeah, how's the video going? Oh, it's going good. Are the guys there? Yeah, they're there. You know, it's them and some of their homies. And we're the only, all of the guys that are with us are the only men there. And well, let's let's say this, there were other men there, but they weren't straight. Sure. So he's like, wait a minute, how many dudes are there? And so she's like, oh, it's about 9 or 10 guys, I guess, over there. Where are they now? They're in the soundstage, they're kind of watching her film. What is she wearing?
Now, according to Bun B, the other half of Jay-Z was low-key jealous of Pimp C, and not just a little. One time, Pimp C, Beyonce, and some others were in the studio vibing. Jay called in out of nowhere, asked straight-up questions, who all there, and what's Bey wearing? And when he heard she had on something revealing, he instantly told the guys to leave. No joke, they got kicked out the studio and were sent to chill in the dressing rooms like they were in timeout. Later, Beyonce...
I mean, that is his wife, and I mean, at the end of the day, who wouldn't be upset that somebody's, messing with your wife? I mean, those are facts, man. I mean, hey, it's facts, bro.
Beyonce herself came over to say sorry, claiming Jay wasn't okay with her dancing in front of other dudes. But let's be real, it sounds more like possessive energy than love. Jay was clearly sweating the idea of Pimp C getting too close. But here's where it gets even messier. Bun B also spilled that Beyonce's own dad, Matthew Knowles, allegedly once asked Pimp C to take her out and show her a good time. Yeah.
Describe the outfit, he's like, yo, clear the room.
Wow.
So they immediately come over to us, and they kick all of us out, send us up to our dressing rooms, and we're told to stay there until we have to shoot.
Okay.
We're not allowed to watch Beyonce dance anymore in the video. And so I guess Beyonce gets wind of the call. She comes up, she apologizes to us for having I'm so sorry you guys had to leave the room, but Jay's not comfortable.
Before Destiny's Child grew up, they were in the same studio building as Jay. Pimp just stopped by to say what's up, and Beyonce was all shy. She wasn't famous yet. Apparently her dad peaked the energy and tried to push the moment further. But here's the real nightmare for Beyonce. It's not just fans digging up old tea about her past. It's that all these deep, dark secrets might be dragged into the courtroom, on record. And baby, that changes everything.
Now see, this whole, it's good content or whatever, but I don't know how this got anything to do with the Diddy trial. Like, this is kind of like, this is a reach right here. This is a far reach. Like, I don't really think that, I don't think personally this has anything to do with the Diddy trial. But hell, what do we know? Shit, they said we found out some stuff about Kid Cudi dog. We don't know what we still don't know to this day. Kid Cudi don't know what happened to his dog. He said after Diddy broke in the house, the dog was jittery and nervous. And I wondered what did Diddy do to the dog? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Whispers are getting louder that the feds believe those missing tapes might be the real reason Jay allegedly had to get Pimp C out of the picture.
A lot of our guys in there, there's a shit ton of Rap-A-Lot guys in the building. And Destiny's Child was recording in another room in the studio. And so Pimp goes in, they're like, Destiny's Child, he's he goes in, he introduces himself, and I guess Beyonce was kind of taken aback that she was speaking Pimp C. Again, this was before Destiny's Child was a worldwide phenomenon. And so he comes back in the studio and we're recording and hanging out, and Matthew Knowles comes in. He asks Pimp, can I talk to you for a minute? And so they leave out for a couple of minutes, and Pimp comes in and he's dying laughing. And we're like, what's wrong? Yo, Matthew Knowles just told me his daughter, man.
See, Pimp C's death never sat right with folks. He was lifeless in his hotel room on December 4th,
2000. Hotel room, 2000 when?
2007. But the official
2007. So he almost been dead for he been gone for a long time. Wow. 2007. Wow.
story blamed it on a bad combo of lean and sleep apnea. That's what the coroner's report said. Case closed, right? Not exactly. The man was staying at the Mondrian Hotel in West Hollywood. He had been in town working on fresh tracks and performing with Too Short. Everything looked cool from the outside. But then, boom, December 4th hits. He's a no-show for his flight back home. Didn't call, didn't check in. That's when things got spooky. His wife, panicking, asked hotel staff to check his room. Sadly, when hotel staff finally entered Pimp C's room, it was already too late. He was found completely unresponsive. The authorities were called right away, but paramedics couldn't save him, just like that. Pimp C...
Still to this day, you know, what they're saying is basically it's a possibility that it could have been the lean, the drink, the purple drink, and he had sleep apnea. But I don't know, it don't really like correlate. All of it don't go together, so it's like still like a mysterious. And the man wasn't that old, you know.
was gone at only 33 years old. At first, the coroner ruled it
33. Dude was 33 years old and passed away, man. Come on, man.
an accidental death. The report blamed a lethal mix of codeine, aka lean, and his known battle with sleep apnea. On paper, it looked like a tragic but straightforward case. But then, things took a chilling turn.
I'm like, all right,
What's up, Lucas?
And I'm like, I'm not going no more.
We got Lucas in the house. You are now chilling with. Yeah.
Trinidad.
Everything been good, man. Everything been good. We've been chilling in this thing, bro.
He had just bought a new car. He had a new lady friend at the time. And
Hey, Lucas, I've been working on some new beats, man. I got some new beats. I've been doing beats on live, but that's like kind of far back. Kind of like when y'all was watching me Heavy and stuff.
he felt he didn't want to leave the situation to go do the video.
DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia revealed something wild. Pimp's manager, Rick Martin, had actually seen the room himself. And what he saw didn't match the story. Martin said Pimp's body was laid out like he was praying. There was blood around him, a lot. So much so that folks originally thought he'd been shot in the head.
Who was that with? I said, with Rock. He was like,
Hold on. They say he was kneeling down like he was praying, but something ain't right about that.
I was like, yeah. He was like, I was watching them with the checkbook he writing out. He was like, ain't that with over there with Jay-Z? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, tell them to take that check and go give it to Tupac Mama, man. He's gonna be stealing all my shit. I was like, what?
The scene was that intense. They were standing there.
So they said that Pimp C and Jay-Z, I guess they bumped heads. And they said they were bumping heads when they was even working on the Big Pimpin' song. And basically, I guess he got a check. They gave the check to Pimp C. And they was telling him, hey man, you got a $2 million check. And Pimp C said, man, nah, man, take that $2 million check and give it to Tupac Mama. That's real shit, dog. That's as real as a motherfucker can get. I'm sorry, bro. You can't get no realer than that, bro. Like, you can't. Like, that's some real shit. Who the fuck just give away $2 million? Like, I don't even fuck with him. I don't even want that money. Give that shit to Tupac Mama. That's crazy, yo.
Like, what the hell happened in here? The position of the body, the blood, none of it made sense. And to make it even creepier, there were candles in the room, burned down to the base. Pimp always lit
Candles in the room. Wow, hold on.
candles to sleep. And seeing them melted down like that meant he'd probably been dead for over a day before anyone found him. Those big tall candles Pimp C used to light, when they found his body, they had burned all the way down, meaning he had likely been dead for a while before anyone even noticed. And if that's not spooky enough, even 2 Hort, who was with Pimp the night before he passed, said the whole thing felt off. In an emotional interview, 2 Hort said, I can't believe it's been 10 years, and
I know this AI, because he say 2 Hort. You mean to say too short.
still haven't come to terms with how it all went down. He added that it's always these strange, shady hotel deaths. People found alone in luxury rooms, no witnesses, no clear signs, and he's just like, what the hell is going on with celebrities in hotel rooms? And he's not the only one raising eyebrows. 2 Hort even hinted at something deeper, saying, the powers that be, check the 27 Club.
Hey, look at this. And watch this, boy. I'm gonna say this too. You niggas out there think this shit is cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't.
So, Pimp C was one of the first people to start calling out a lot of this activity with men on men in the industry. And you know, they from the South, Texas, you know, we don't rock like that, bro. Like even with this whole boss man D'Lo thing, bro, like I'm from Florida. You made Florida look bad with that, bro. You had put Florida back on the map, bro. And you took us right back off, bro. But we still on the map, but y'all, like, y'all leave these men alone, bro. If you a man, don't mess with no man. I don't care who get mad.
Never been butt naked in no room together with no holes.
Joe, this your puppy on any of them niggas. They been at my house. They all see me. They all know I'm a big.
Yeah. Putting no party type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you out there thinking you doing some fly shit. You're in a room naked with some other and some broad and looking at your ass. And that shit is gay and you need to get on some other shit. Me and that man got nothing but respect each other. We ain't never put.
And to be honest with you, I ain't never been in no threesome with no man. I ain't never been in a threesome with a woman. But I'm just saying, like, I definitely ain't finna be doubling up, going behind no man doing anything, bro. Like that's just weird activity. That shit is super weird to me.
No train, we ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men, we getting his papers. You know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there for him because a lot of niggas doing a lot of cool games.
Now, for those who don't know, the 27 Club is a chilling pattern where iconic artists like Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain.
Okay, so check it out. I was just saying this earlier about people being found in hotel rooms. He about to tell you right now exactly how many people. Well, this is called the 27 Club. I don't know if y'all know, like Janis Joplin, Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix. All of them passed away when they was Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse. All of them was 27 when they passed away.
Family men was getting his papers. You know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there for him because a lot of niggas doing a lot of cool games.
Now, for those who don't know, the 27 Club is a chilling pattern where iconic artists like Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain, and Jimi Hendrix all died mysteriously at the age of 27. It's become a symbol of how fame, secrets, and dark forces seem to collide behind closed doors in the music industry. And even though Pimp C wasn't 27, the energy of his death fits the pattern all too well. High profile, sudden, and wrapped in mystery.
A lot of people don't know. If you add 2 and 7, that's 9. The number 9 is the number of completion. It takes a woman 9 months to have a baby. Also, when everything correlated with 9/11, it's 9. 9 is the number of destruction. Well, when the child comes out, it destroys the womb and comes out into the world. When it comes to even 9/11, 9 was the destruction. 11 is 2 ones. 2 ones. 11 is rebuilding, and they rebuilt.
And I know who did what, where, when.
And what's crazy is about the building that they rebuilt, where the World Trade Center was at, is one building. It's huge. I have seen it, and it's called the One Building. Come on, y'all gotta put the numbers and shit together, bro.
Wow. 2 Hort's words lit a fire under the conspiracy crowd, and honestly, fans have been digging ever since. Look at Kim Porter's pneumonia, Prince's accidental overdose, or even DMX's sudden passing. All of them left people saying the same thing. This doesn't feel natural. And all these mysterious celeb deaths, there always seems to be hidden signs.
The stuff with DMX, I don't know if I'm pretty sure that fence, if y'all know what I mean, that fence was out here like that. It was out here. You know, DMX was using hard drugs for a long time, since he was, I guess, a teenager. And maybe he got a hold of some fent and that stuff he was using, and it took him out. Rest in peace, DMX.
Clues pointing to a cover-up, to someone powerful pulling strings. But just like Pimp C's case, the truth kept getting buried, and the ones who may have been responsible, they walked away untouched, but not this time. Because now, that infamous tape is finally about to be played in front of a jury. And guess who's suddenly in the spotlight? Jay-Z. Yep, the feds are reportedly circling him now. Why? Because this situation got Jay's fingerprints all over it. Not only did Pimp C allegedly get too close to Beyonce and record something that could destroy reputations, but Jay had multiple motives to keep that man quiet. See, Jay and Pimp first linked up back in 1999 for that massive hit, Big Pimpin'. The track was a commercial smash. But behind the scenes, there was tension bubbling the whole time.
And Sean Carter, you're a piece of... Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough? You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston.
In a 2005 interview with MTV, Pimp C said he didn't even want to do the record. It sounded like a pop record to me, he admitted. I didn't want to do it. It scared me because I didn't know how people would take us going in that direction. But Jay, he pressed him hard, telling Pimp straight up, look, family, it's going to be the biggest record of your career. If you don't do it for yourself, just do it for me. That's what Jay told Pimp C to convince him to hop on Big Pimpin', and Pimp agreed. That one line was enough to get him on board. But here's the thing. Pimp never really rocked with Jay like that. Even after dropping a chart-topping hit together, Pimp held on to that grudge. He never liked Jay-Z, and he wasn't shy about it either. Bun B later revealed that when it came time to shoot the Big Pimpin' music video, Pimp ghosted the entire set. No show, no call. And why? Pure spite. He did it just to tick Jay off. So what was the real beef? Turns out Pimp C had a moral line Jay didn't want to cross. See, Pimp wanted Jay to break off $1 million from the record and give it to Machiavelli's mom, Tupac's mother, as a sign of respect. He felt like it was the right thing to do, especially since that style and street energy came from Pax Lane. But Jay-Z, he heard every word. And let's be real, if there's one thing Jay can't stand, it's someone questioning his status or his power. And Pimp, he straight up challenged it. But yo, that was just the tip of the iceberg.
Well, did he start snitching? He better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White. See, I know you know what happened, Corey. Did he? I know that. You and Jay-Z. Seven days at the towel with Claudia. Why don't you just talk about that?
Apparently, Pimp C wasn't afraid to speak on what really goes down behind the curtains in the industry, and that's what made him dangerous. In one of his interviews, Pimp openly said he knew exactly how Diddy and Jay-Z moved behind the scenes, and he wanted no part of that world. He stood tall on his values, saying he was a family man and didn't roll with all that twisted Hollywood energy. But calling out the industry like that, that's a fast way to make enemies. And Pimp didn't flinch. He didn't switch up. He kept doing what he believed in.
Check it out.
Unfortunately,
Check it out. That's what happened with Shannon Sharp. Now, Shannon Sharp love life, I don't care nothing about that. Like, if he like young women, long as he mess with nobody younger than 18 years old, hey, that's your business. That's what you do. I'm an older man. I got a 19-year-old daughter. I'm not messing with no 19-year-old. But one thing I will say is, soon as Cat Williams went on Shannon Sharp, it's like a year later, Shannon Sharp is out. They got him up out of here. Now, he's still getting bread, but he lost a lot of money because of, you know what I'm saying? And Cat Williams told him at the end of that interview, he said, the people that you thought were your friends are not going to still be your friends. He said, I'm telling you this. They're going to come for you. And they came for Shannon. They came for that boy.
some folks think that boldness may have cost him his life. Jaguar Wright, who's known for dropping controversial truths,
But Shannon Sharp, I will add to that, the way he was moving, the way Shannon Sharp was actually moving, that's what really put him in that position. Like, he had an OnlyFans chick and he was acting like they was like in a relationship, bro. She sell videos online, bro. That's not your girl, bro. She for the streets.
believes Jay-Z is responsible for what happened to Pimp. Straight up. And she's not alone. Because if the feds decide to follow the trail and really investigate what folks have been whispering for years, Diddy might get caught up too. Why? Simple. Jay and Diddy have always been tight. And if Jay found out Pimp C had been with Beyonce and made a tape, you really think he wouldn't call on his most powerful ally to help shut it down? Jaguar even claims Jay asked Diddy to handle another messy situation before. His former mistress, Kathy White, who also passed under mysterious circumstances.
Kathy White, they said she was one of them ones that was messing with Jay-Z. And I don't know if she was about to expose him or something was about to come out with the Kathy White lady. And allegedly, they saying that it's a connection. So, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't, I'm not trying to implicate nobody in anything. But one thing I will say, they say it is a connection. That's all I'm saying. Allegedly.
Oh, if he did it once, at this point, it's looking more and more like the rumors weren't just wild talk. They might have been the real story all along. And now, the truth is bubbling to the surface, ready to explode. Fans always felt like Pimp C's death was too messy to be a coincidence. And now that the tape's about to be played, the industry's got a serious problem on its hands. The only question left is, will the ones responsible finally get exposed and held accountable? Could Jay-Z be forced to testify? Will the feds officially dig into what really happened that night? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I need to know what you think about this whole situation.
All right, y'all, we're going to the next segment. Let me see what we got going. Yeah. Okay, that's, let me see. Let me see what we got going. Yeah. Hold on. Damn, Stephen A. Smith. Let's see what Stephen A. Smith got to say about Floyd Mayweather.
This laptop is a revolution in education. The benefits of a traditional school should direct.
Oh my God, that believes in being in the middle, meaning open to compromise. Understanding everybody can't get what they want. Vinny, you seem like if you can't get everything you want.
The $400 million black spruce deal. And you
so
sued
basically,
this
is about Floyd Mayweather and the whole situation he had where he was saying he bought, I guess, a big complex in New York, and he was saying he paid $400 million, and basically got a cap about it. Like, you kind of sound like Soulja Boy with he got $300 million for a game console or some shit like that. Don't believe it. Don't believe the hype, y'all. Cap.
Geiger for defamation recently. You said Geiger harassed you and your family through hundreds of phone calls, and you also said his reporting was racially biased. What do you hope to get out of suing Geiger? Why did you do that?
Well, I'll leave that to the judge. I'll leave that to the lawyers.
So he's suing them. So like Floyd Mayweather, he don't like he's smart, but he's not. He's smart as a boss and a person in sports, but I think as far as when it comes to the business side of everything, he has made a whole lot of money, bro. I believe he could have had way more money. Like, a lot of people don't know, if Drake would have not signed with UMG, if Drake had gotten, if he would have not signed with UMG and would have went independent, if Drake would have went independent, Drake would be a billionaire like over a whole lot of times right now, just because everything would have been coming to him. At like record deals, they own your likeness. They own it's certain things that they royalties. Not only royalties, publishing. All that's money, bro. All that's money, dog. If you own your own publishing, you own your own masters. and you sign yourself, all you doing is paying yourself the money. But by you signing the record deal, they're doing all the foot, leg work, promotion, things of that nature. And then by them promoting everything like that, that's when it comes into, they feel like they're taking the money and you get a certain percentage. But they have been like graping artists, graping them for real. Like, yeah, they've been tearing these artists up out here for a long time.
Floyd Mayweather initiates a $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider and journalist Daniel Geiger.
Floyd Mayweather's $100 million
Probably with the stream, I don't know what's going on. Probably with the stream, I don't know what's going on. I think it's slowing a bit, but we cool. If it cuts off again, I'm gonna pop out live and I'm gonna come right back. So yeah, if it do it again, I'll be back.
Oh my God, that believes in being in the middle, meaning open to compromise, understanding everybody can't get what they want. Vinny, you seem like if you can't get everything you want.
The $400 million black spruce deal. And you sued BI and Geiger for defamation recently. You said that Geiger harassed you and your family through hundreds of phone calls, and you also said his reporting was racially biased. What do you hope to get out of suing Geiger? Why did you do that?
Well, I'll leave that to the judge. I'll leave that to the lawyers.
Floyd Mayweather initiates a $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider and journalist Daniel Geiger.
Floyd Mayweather's $100 million defamation lawsuit has drawn criticism from Stephen A. Smith.
Check this out. Y'all kicking me in the Karma Cafe. I want y'all to like, okay, if it do it, then I'll pop out.
Leans notes that most people are unaware of what goes on behind the scenes. Floyd Mayweather Jr.
The amount of examples where I saw people getting laid off, and then I see somebody come up right behind to get some contract. Business does business. You never know what's behind the goal of a business per se. What you do know is the work that you put in. If you're smart enough, what value comes.
That's what I just said. You can't make more money than you can pay yourself, bro. That's just like if Complex and one of them big companies come and get me, bro. I'm working for somebody. But that's why I'm trying to do this as an artist and put myself out there on my own so I can gain the traction myself. Because once you sign that deal, it's a done dollar.
With that work. And then at the same time, you also pride yourself in being very, very reasonable. I haven't, and I'm not going to talk about my contract negotiations with ESPN. They are ongoing. I think the talks have been very pleasant. I think
so Stephen A. Smith, I got $100 million contract with